Luck. Klopp's leftovers, a flash in the pan. That's all some people think Arne Slot's Liverpool is. But let's be real, if you've been paying attention to rival fans, you probably heard the same tired line over and over again. Slot's just lucky. Apparently Liverpool's success this season has nothing to do with him, and everything to do with some magical residue left behind by Klopp. But here's the thing, that couldn't be further from the truth. While everyone's busy giving Klopp credit for everything from Liverpool's trophies to the Anfield atmosphere, Arne Slot's been quietly doing something incredible. So, is he just riding Klopp's coattails, or has Slot done what most people said was impossible, create his own Liverpool? Let's talk about that. Arne Slot hasn't just inherited Klopp's Liverpool, he's flipped the script and made it his own. And honestly, it's been a joy to watch. You know how people love to talk about how Klopp's gegenpressing revolutionized the Premier League? Yeah, cool story. But Slot? He's taken that philosophy and added his flavor. Like Klopp 2.0, but with a Dutch twist. And no, I'm not talking about tulips and windmills. I'm talking about a completely modernized approach that's got Liverpool playing like a machine. Klopp's Liverpool was all about the heavy metal football, right? Fast, chaotic, high pressure. It was like watching a band go full throttle for 90 minutes straight. But Slot? He's made some tweaks. He's brought in this thing called positional play. Trust me, it's not as boring as it sounds. Under Slot, Liverpool doesn't just run around pressing like maniacs. Now they press with a purpose. You see them cutting off passing lanes, forcing teams into mistakes, and then, bam, they're on the attack. It's surgical, precise, like chess, but with goals. Klopp's system was relentless, sure, but Slot's system was relentless and smart. Klopp built this crazy fast car and Slot turned it into a Tesla. Same speed, but now it's got autopilot and some insane upgrades. Have you noticed how much more control Liverpool seems to have? They're not just running teams into the ground anymore, they're dominating possession, picking their moments and still managing to blow teams away. And let's talk about the players for a second, because this isn't just about tactics, it's about who he's putting in the spotlight. Klopp's Liverpool had its legends, Salah, Mane, Van Dijk and Trent, right? But Slot? He's building a new core. You've got guys like Szoboszlai and McAllister, absolute midfield wizards. They're not just filling gaps left by the old guard, they're redefining what it means to be a Liverpool player. And how about the transformation of players who were already there? Curtis Jones, anyone? This kid went from being a promising academy talent to a full-fledged midfield boss under Slot. It's like Slot saw something no one else did and said, yeah, I can work with that. Take Mohamed Salah for instance. Salah was already a superstar and one of the best players of his generation. But under Slot, he's reached an entirely new level. And I'm not just talking about more goals or assists. I mean, he has 18 goals and 13 assists in just 19 games. Although he's racking those up too. It's the way Salah is being used that makes him look completely untouchable. Slot has figured out how to isolate Salah from his marker more often, setting him up in those terrifying one-on-one situations. You know the ones I mean. Salah on the right, his marker sweating buckets. And you know it's not going to end well for the defender. That's not just luck or Salah doing it all himself. It's Slot's system creating those moments of magic. Then there's the way Salah's role has expanded. He's no longer just the guy cutting inside and curling it into the far corner. Though let's be real, he still does that better than anyone. Now he's an aerial threat too. Salah, the guy you wouldn't normally peg as someone dominating in the air, is suddenly receiving long balls and turning them into opportunities. He's getting more long passes per game than in his last 6 Premier League seasons combined. And it's not just about heading the ball. He's making intelligent runs, dragging defenders out of position and becoming this complete attacking outlet. It's like Slot looked at Salah and thought, how do I make one of the world's best even better? And then he did it. Oh, and we need to talk about how Slot's tactics have helped Salah thrive in the space created by Trent Alexander-Arnold. You've noticed Trent's new role, right? He's not just a marauding right-back anymore. Under Slot, he's stepped into midfield, created overloads that drag defenders out of position. And what does that do? It gives Salah more room to operate, whether cutting inside for a shot or whipping in a cross. It's all by design and it's working like a charm. But it's not just about Salah who's been revitalised. Let's talk about Virgil van Dijk. Now, I don't know about you, but I was starting to think we'd never see peak Van Dijk again. You know, the version of him that made strikers avoid him like he was a brick wall. But under Slot, it feels like Van Dijk has been reborn. He's playing with that swagger again, calm and unshakable, like he's got all the time in the world. Slot's system gives Van Dijk the support he needs while allowing him the freedom to dominate. And he's not just sitting back and cleaning up mistakes anymore. Slot's got him stepping out more, being proactive, and even playing those ridiculous diagonal passes that split defences in half. It's like Van Dijk has found his rhythm again, and honestly, it's a joy to watch. Now let's get into the tactics, because this is where Slot's genius shines. Klopp's Liverpool was all about the iconic 4-3-3, heavy pressing, and relentless energy, right? Slot, though, has brought something different. He's turned Liverpool into a tactical chameleon. One week it's a 4-2-3-1 to dominate the midfield. The next it's a 4-2-4 in defence. And the best part? The players look comfortable switching between these setups mid-game. It's seamless. The pressing is different too. Klopp's gegenpressing was like a full-on blitz, suffocating opponents immediately after losing the ball. Slot's pressing? It's more calculated, like chess. The team presses in waves, cutting off passing lanes and forcing mistakes in specific areas. And when they win the ball back, boom! Quick, controlled transitions that leave opponents scrabbling. In Slot's initial Premier League games as Liverpool manager, his tactical revolution was clear, marked by a blend of fluid position and high-octane attacking football. Slot implemented a forward-thinking approach that emphasised progression and inclusiveness with the ball. Liverpool averaged the third highest position in the league, 56.8%, but used this possession with intent, ranking third for passes into the final third and second for progressive passes. These tactical hallmarks reminiscent of Klopp's era were adapted to Slot's philosophy of attacking dynamism. Offensively, Slot introduced a 4-2-3-1 system with fluidity built into its design. The wingers, typically Mohamed Salah and one of Luis Diaz or Cody Gakpo, were tasked with maintaining width to create isolation opportunities in 1v1 situations. Salah and Diaz excelled here, ranking among the top 30 dribblers in the league. In central areas, the number 8s, Curtis Jones and Alexis McAllister were given the freedom to make high-penetrating runs into the box, supported by a single striker like Diogo Jota or Darwin Núñez. Ryan Gravenberch anchored the midfield as a deep-lying pivot, ensuring stability in build-up play and providing defensive cover. The true innovation lay in how Slot optimised space inside channels, keeping these areas open for rotations and movements. The fullbacks played hybrid roles, supporting central midfielders, offering passing lanes, or dropping into traditional defensive positions when required. Trent Alexander-Arnold in particular was a key figure, excelling in progressive passing and ranking among the league's best for passes into the final third. Slot's tactical approach extended to transitions and pressing. Defensively, Liverpool often shaped into a 4-2-4 mid-block, balancing compactness with readiness to press. The forefront worked in tandem to cut off passing lanes, while midfielders like McAllister and Gravenberch excelled in regaining position and quickly feeding forward runs. Liverpool's ability to create scoring opportunities within 15 seconds of regaining possession, a hallmark of Klopp's style, remained intact but was given a new edge under Slot. Ultimately, while Slot's Liverpool echoed many of Klopp's principles, his nuanced tweaks emphasising positional rotations, versatility in transitions, and maximising Salah's strengths defined his tactical revolution. Then there's Trent's hybrid role, which is a game-changer. Slot has essentially turned him into a midfielder when Liverpool has the ball, and it's completely revolutionising the way they attack. Trent's threading passes, dictating the tempo, and switching play like he's Kevin De Bruyne in disguise, it's organised chaos and it's absolutely beautiful to watch. Arne Slot has made football management look like a walk in the park. I mean, have you ever seen a new manager take charge and make it seem this easy? Come on, that's almost too easy. Just look at the red side of Manchester to understand how difficult it can be to replace an iconic manager. Yet, since Slot's arrival, Liverpool fans rarely even think of Jurgen Klopp. The transformation has been nothing short of mind-blowing. After a disappointing 2023-2024 campaign, where Liverpool never looked like title contenders, the Reds entered the 2024-2025 season with a chip on their shoulder. They were determined to redeem themselves, and boy, did they ever. Under Arne Slot's leadership, Liverpool set the world on fire. By mid-December 2024, Liverpool was sitting pretty at the top of the Premier League, with an astonishing 79% win rate. On top of that, they breezed through their Champions League group stage with a perfect 6-0 record. This resurgence? Not a fluke, my friend. This is Slot's genius at work. Before joining Liverpool, Slot had already built a name for himself in the Netherlands. His tactical brilliance at Feyenoord, guiding them to Eredivisie glory with high-intensity pressing and positional play, was a masterpiece. Liverpool's hierarchy saw the potential in him and recognised that his philosophy could ignite something special at Anfield. And that's exactly what happened. Liverpool's turnaround wasn't just about luck or random results, it's all about tactical innovation and discipline. Every training session, every match, Slot's vision for relentless pressing, fluid positional play and adaptive strategies kept the team one step ahead. Remember that iconic 2-0 win over Real Madrid in the Champions League? It wasn't luck, it was pure footballing brilliance. Liverpool suffocated Madrid's attack with a high press and punished them when they faltered. Critics have often labelled some of these performances as lucky, but let's break it down. Was it luck or was it genius? Every match where Slot's team has been pegged as lucky has been a well-thought-out execution of his tactics. His players' ability to read the game, transition quickly between phases, and exploit weaknesses on the fly has been clinical. In the Premier League clash against Man City, they seamlessly shifted from their usual high press to a more compact counter-attacking style, nullifying City's possession-based game. Was that luck? No way. That was tactical brilliance at its finest. Slot's genius doesn't just lie in his high-pressing, fast-paced tactics. It's about his ability to adapt and outthink his opponents. Take Liverpool's attacking trio, Mohamed Salah, Darwin Núñez and Luis Diaz. They're terrifying, right? Slot's approach has transformed them into a lethal force. But it goes beyond individual brilliance. It's about how these players gel with the system Slot has instilled in them. And when you throw in Cody Gakpo's intelligent movement, the whole thing becomes a nightmare for any defence. And let's talk about the midfield for a second. Dominik Szoboszlai and Ryan Gravenberch have both flourished under Slot's system. These guys are key to controlling the tempo, setting up attacks and breaking up the opposition's play. But none of this would be possible without Slot's tactical acumen. His ability to read the game and adjust on the fly, ensuring his squad always stays one step ahead. The critics who keep calling Liverpool's performances lucky need to stop and look at the facts. This isn't a fluke. This is a team that has bought into Slot's vision. A squad that has been meticulously prepared to execute a tactical masterclass in every match. The 79% win rate and the Champions League perfection, it's all part of the plan. And as Liverpool continues to dominate, it's becoming clearer by the day. With Arne Slot at the helm, the Reds are not just in a fleeting moment of success, they're building a dynasty. So is Arne Slot lucky? Well, let me leave that for you to answer. See you in the comments. Thank you for watching the video. Please don't forget to check out our channel.